Houston. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little more on that one and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's got perfect 4-4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
Everyone's handled their nerves because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Swift to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Brissett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Charles already trailing that touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this run?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brissett sets to throw it. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So the first interception thrown forward there, and really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game. With this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man on the outside. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Here's Pierce. Is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Brissett now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Brissett. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Play fake, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 50. I'm not sure that the wheels turns are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense ready to kick off their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. The offense has to love that because that was just a dunk down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league, They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. Check you. Hey, talk you. Ready.
Pierce gets this one running right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level. 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, like my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was like, spit it out. I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this stuff. They keep winning games. You and I both know, me and the media, we're starting to obsess about that and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing, Brissett. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. Offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Lions have recovered.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this called a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And we saw another example of it there. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Brissett. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And there's a loss of about 6, and that brings up 3rd.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if his schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And now here's another interception. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence.